It was being elected as the president of the ANC Youth League in 2008 that put Malema on a podium like never before.
Comrades, welcome the president of the ANC Youth League, Comrade Julius Malema.
But there were mixed feelings.
I've got a rebel soul.
He's into monogamy, but his BFF believes in the power of the shower.
What's the one thing you would get rid of if I wasn't around?
Zuma.
He's into cosplay, but only if it's camouflage. He's a part-time DJ, but a full-time Alpha Sigma.
You are a small boy, you can't do anything.
I didn't come here to be
Come out, go out, bastard! Go out!
Buys Louis Vuitton, but Tata Madiba keeps telling him to apply for Virgin Active.
And Madiba said to me, if you want to lead our youth and our society, you're going to have to lose some weight.
I'm in love with Julius, Julius.
No, who's his immediate five? Who's the one person that can come up to me and say, hey,
I disagree with
I
that.
disagree. I'm not going to tell you in public,
Yeah.
but behind closed doors, I'm going to tell you, I don't disagree. I don't agree with what you just did. That's all coming up. We've got Julius Malema in studio. There we go. Getting to know Julius Malema, the man behind the politics. So I wanted to know, you said that you surround yourself with people who can tell you when you're right, who can tell you when you're wrong. Firstly, when they say to you, okay, then you, at the end of your speech, you're going to step onto a ramp, and then this ramp is going to lift you.
Yeah.
Who pitched that to you, and were you hesitant? Did you immediately go, yes, let's go?
It was not something that I could easily agree to. So the guy that we gave a job of stage production,
Yes.
Yeah.
is the one who came with that idea, and I was like, no, and the West is a white person, so he's like, you know, this one is coming with a white culture which might not work amongst our. What is that? He says, okay, I want you to come and see what's going to happen. Then we go there, puts one of the employees on the thing, and it looks a bit exciting. I'm like, this is different. This can be done. So he puts me on it. The first time it went up, I almost jumped. Because
it's high.
Because it starts by shaking. And then it goes up.
Right.
The knees were like, no, man. Then it goes up. When it goes down, west, then it says, come out, go back again. We did it 3 times.
Rehearsal.
The third time, I was demanding it. Yeah, let's do it again.
like a roller coaster ride.
I'd been watching the rally, right? But then I missed that. And then Frankie said to me the next day, Mama, did you catch it? It was power. It was showbiz, baby.
Exactly. But that's the thing. After that happened, we still had a long chat about it because it's definitely for me one of the most iconic moments I've seen at any kind of rally in a long time. It just
It was exciting.
I don't know.
Indeed.
Yeah, but it was 10 years, so you had to do something, different.
Yeah.
Think out of the box, and we're lucky to have hired a man with ideas.
Yes, yes.
His production and his thought, and readily available to listen to other ideas. He's got the culture of entertainment. We've got culture of politics.
Collaboration.
We must not compromise because that is at the end a political gathering.
It is, yeah.
So it must not lose its own character, but nothing wrong in bringing something young, exciting. I mean, something new, young people like it, exciting.
Which is
and that
actually
was it.
indicative of your political party, new, young, and exciting. So that's what you represented.
Yes. And we've got the top 6 of the EFF. Floyd Shibambo, we formed the EFF together. And then there's a Secretary General, Marshall Dlamini, National Chair, Veronica Mente, Poppy Mailula, DSG, and our Treasurer General, Umpile Mautu. That is the core of the EFF. Those are the people who decide on day to day what are the issues, how do we resolve them. And then outside that space, I've got a friend or a father figure called Castle Matali, who is a deputy minister of police. We're together in the ANC, grew up under him. And when I went to his house to tell him, I'm now forming the EFF, he said to me, I've seen how you've been treated. I will not say no, I will not say yes. It's your call to make, but that doesn't affect our relationship. So if you need anyone to call me and tell me where to get off, that's Castle Matal, who comes and says it without any fear or anything.
So he phones you. You phone him?
No, he calls me. He doesn't call me for misconduct. He says, "Where are you?" We call each other my man. Hey, my man, where are you? He says, "No, I'm here." We say, "No, okay, let's meet."
Okay.
So we're thinking we're meeting our own thing. He says, "Yeah, he's going to raise something like, but this I don't think was properly handled."
And do you easily apologize?
I do, especially to my family members, because sometimes you're thinking you're being, putting your point across in an uncompromising manner, but it's not well received because at home is not a political gathering. So the language from time to time must change.
You have to change. You're not the same Julius.
Sometimes we forget when we're...
Well, I was going to ask,
Yeah.
because often we see you in public in a certain way, and I can imagine you walk in the house and your wife goes, "Okay, now take your jackets off and put them there."
Yeah. And those kids have left those things. They take them to the playroom. Yeah, but the things they do to us at home, if Vuyana and them were to see, this is what their bosses are subjected to. They will never listen to anything we say.
It's like this guy, Oraya, a 6-year-old tells him what to do, and the next thing he wants to come and give me a disciplinary hour.
Yeah, like it, man. Yeah. So it's at home we have to allow that space. Otherwise, it becomes another battlefield. You're just from a battlefield, you're now going into another battlefield. So you need to know that when you arrive home, you arrive at a peaceful place where things are said without anyone feeling restricted or intimidated or scared. You must not be the kind of a person who walks in and people are scared. There's a friend of mine who said, when he saw my kids running to me and I'm sitting on a couch, the other one wants to be on the neck, the other one wants to be on the lap. So like, these boys know how lucky they are to have a father like you? What do you mean? His father is a professor, by the way. He says, when my father walked in, we all went into the corners where he can't see us.
Even the dogs and the cats run away.
And then when you get called, there's no compliment. It means you did something wrong.
Yeah, that's not nice.
So there's a story where David Beckham, right? He played for Manchester United. He grew up in that fold. Your kids play soccer, so you would know this.
Yes.
And then David Beckham, a huge Manchester United kid, grew up in there. Yeah. And then his kid, Brooklyn, ends up liking Arsenal. So he's like, I don't know what I did wrong to have a child who wants to support Arsenal. What would happen in your life if your kids grow up and they don't support the EFF? And
it will never happen. It's not a football, where politics are the values that we grow up with. This is what we represent. And I've said the other time, like, I don't want to have a relationship that Zuma has, for instance, with Duduzane, where they do two complete different things and in public. So these guys are here to make a contribution, and they know that if there's something that is not working for them, they have to suggest that, why can't we take this, amend it to this direction or that other direction? So we are the black Jews, black lambas.
Yeah, family.
We are told that we always stick together.
Yeah.
We don't go to different. So I don't know of any of my cousins, not even my children, who can proudly pronounce ANC on the eve of the elections, because it will be to sell out the black Jewish culture of how we do things.
But I have to ask though, you are,
as we wrap it up,
but I have to ask, because you are asking other families' children to not stick to that political allegiance and come to yours.
Well, they may not have that culture in their own families. Okay. They may not have grown up together to discuss the vision. Because the vision of the country is a family vision. This is what, as this family, represent going forward. You are part of that gene. You might be young, but as you grow older, you also find your own space to make inputs. That, I think that everybody who meets in the EFF, they've had the societal issues. They've had family members make inputs. They've had ordinary people during door-to-door saying, this is how you can pay. Then that forms your idea of, okay, I think if I were to propose this, it will be good for all. I mean, my son, the oldest one, once said to me, my guy, I hear you're going to chase out all white people when you take over South Africa. I'm like, how is that possible? It will never happen. Hey, I was shocked because I was like, what's going to happen to my white friends?
Yeah, but where are you?
I like Jared. Jared and his family are pretty cool guys, but
So they're like, no, that is not possible. I said,
Yeah.
well, that's when they want to caricature me. There's nothing like that.
Timbikile, I know you're standing by, and I know we have to go to spot break. Mo Flava, and I know you want to start your show, but I want to know, in closing, Julius Malema, leader of the EFF, in an election year, we know exactly what could go right for the EFF this year. What could go wrong?
If the EFF declines its vote, because the EFF, since it was formed,
Has always
has
ascended.
always
Growing,
increased. And of all the big parties in South Africa, it's only the EFF with an arrow that goes up.
A green one.
A green one. So action is growing.
Julius Malema, thank you so much for
Thank
your
you.
time. No,
Goes up.
a green one.
A green one. So the rest.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dr. Jones. Why not TV? Please subscribe. Bye for now. Till we meet again next time.